What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, shout out to the brother Noah Stewart for the donation to the channel via the Cash App. Much respect to him for showing love to Too Raw for TV. So, Jeff Teague, man. I swear, Jeff Teague has probably, of any NBA player, turned analyst or podcaster or whatever, probably has some of the worst takes I've ever heard. Consistently, the worst takes. I mean, it's the same guy, I think, that said that, what was it again? Chris Brown was a better talent than Michael Jackson. I think that's what this moron said once. So anyway, he has this podcast. I think it's called the 540 podcast or the 520 podcast or something like that. And I guess they were reflecting on the 2025 Oklahoma City Thunder punching their ticket to the NBA Finals. And Jeff Teague, and the video's on YouTube. I think it's a 12-minute video. Jeff Teague started reminiscing about the 2015 Hawks team that he was part of, right? And that team won 60 games, went to the conference finals and got swept by LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? LeBron James, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, that team, right? And he proceeds to basically say, like, the 2015 Hawks would sweep the 2025 Thunder, right? And he bases this argument on, well, the only reason why we lost to the Cavs is because of the uniqueness and greatness of LeBron James. And he says, well, Shea is good, but we've seen and played against Shea-type players and beat them. And he brings up John Wall. You know, he brings up Joe Johnson. You know, he brings up James Harden. And, you know, then he also says that this era is weak. The Eastern Conference is weak. And that was a much stronger era for basketball. First of all, you know what's funny? If you didn't know any better, you'd say he sounds like an old head, doesn't he? Huh? Sounds like a so-called old head, where my era was much better than I actually really truly remember it to be. But in my mind, my era was 10 times better than what it truly was, right? And I just find it funny because 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, people like Jeff Teague would say, I would never do that. But they're doing it. I said everybody's going to do it. LeBron fans are going to do this. They're going to be shitting on Shea, crapping on these young guys, Tyrese Halliburton, when they're going to do it. And I'm going to laugh and kick back and enjoy it. And I'm going to shit on them. Because I said, oh, y'all, we were the old heads, though, right? We were living in the past. Damn, at least we waited 20 years before we started doing our chirping. But let's get into this, right? I remember that 2015 Hawks team, right? At no time during that regular season or playoffs did I think that team was going to win a championship. They were a typical Mike Budenholzer coach team. Really great to dominate or play well during the regular season, but a team that had actually, true, legitimate flaws. And that is, that team lacked a truly great like player who could carry the day when teams really were scheming against them harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I remember correctly, that team had 4 All-Stars, right? I think it was 4. Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, Al Horford, and I think what's old boy's name, man? Rockhead motherfucker. Used to play with Utah. I can't think of his name right now, man. Used to play the Utah Jazz. Him. I can't think of his name. Someone in the comments will shout out for me. Those were the All-Stars. The good players, but ain't none of them damn Shea. And Jeff Teague, I don't know what the fuck you think that you are somehow some all-time great player or was amongst the great players. You weren't. Nobody that I knew thought that Hawks team was going to win a championship. We just didn't think it. Meanwhile, all it took was about 2 weeks of the regular season for me observing the Thunder to start believing in that team. Now, I didn't have them pegged for a title at first, but about the first month or two into the regular season, I said to myself, this Thunder team is special. This team is special. They're on their way to win the championship. Now, the only doubt that I have in my mind is that from January onward, the Pacers have been just right there with the Thunder. The Pacers have cranked on to become a great, great team themselves. So that's my only doubt. As far as the Pacers, as far as the Thunder winning champions, because the Pacers have flipped the switch and become damn near unbeatable themselves, right? But you tell me, which era was more dominant? Which era was more competitive in the Eastern Conference? Now or back then? When LeBron James went to those 8 consecutive finals. You tell me the other great teams. See, Jeff Teague lost me completely when this motherfucker insinuated that the Wizards would win a championship now. Yeah, that's old head fogey mentality bullshit right there. You trying to tell me that team with Marcin Gortat and John Wall, that team winning the championship, and Bradley Beal, that team winning the championship? Are you out of your fucking mind, bro? Only thing y'all gonna be sweeping is the goddamn helping out the cleaning crew sweeping the floor after they win the championship at y'all motherfucking place. That's it. That's the only thing y'all gonna be sweeping. Come on, man. What are we doing here? This Thunder team is too deep, too talented. They got too many. First of all, they got too many dominant scorers that they can't game plan against. They're deep. Their defense is crazy. Yeah, the Hawks technically were a top 10 defensive team. This Thunder team is an all-time great defensive team. All-time great. I've been saying that since fucking November. What they're doing, most 20-point victories in a regular season ever, 68 wins. This shit is on another level. And the NBA is competitive because you brought up Kevin Durant, right? Well, you got a team with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, who you crowed about so much, and that team didn't even make the fucking postseason. LeBron James, yes, he's 40 years old, but he's teamed up with Luka Doncic, and they got knocked out in the first round. Meanwhile, you tell me who were the top teams in the NBA, especially in the East back then. You try to say with a straight face that the Eastern Conference is stronger then than it is now? Are you fucking serious? And once again, we have a scenario where Jeff Teague only talks about LeBron James, but makes you forget that he was playing with Kyrie Irving, playing with Kevin Love, playing with Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, and the rest of the crew. They do this all the time, man. It's sickening. Then at first, Jeff Teague lied and said that Joe Johnson was on the team. Joe Johnson is good, man. He was. He was good. But Joe Johnson, as far as consistency, is not as dominant as Shea. He's just not. The Shea slander got to stop, man. Then Jeff Teague said this Pacer team wouldn't even be that good back in that day, like back in the 2015 season. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to hit him off for this dude, man. Then he got mad. Oh, man, we was swept these motherfuckers. Y'all being mad, disrespectful, man. Y'all trying to tell me that Isaiah Hartenstein better than Marcin Gortat? Well, on a one-on-one situation, I don't know. But as far as filling his role and doing what he got to do, he fits the team perfectly. Y'all never, to me, yeah, the Hawks had some dominant performances, but I never, ever thought that they was going to win a championship. Never. So anyway, Jeff Teague is a hater. He's officially now an old head hating on the young boy. I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all this was gonna happen? I told y'all. It happens with every generation. Now all of a sudden, Jeff Teague and them are hating on Shea and Tyrese Halliburton. It's cyclical. LeBron James are gonna do it too. They're gonna be throwing shots at these young guys. All these older dudes, they're gonna be when they get podcasts, whatever, they're gonna be hating on the younger dude. Well, in my day, in 2020, see, the game was shut the fuck up, man. Y'all was just crying about people like me talking about the 90s was better. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.